Well, hello, good morning, and welcome to Camilla and I. And we're at another brand new nature reserve to Camilla and I. So, where we are today is North Somerset, just south of Bristol. Avon, really. Yeah, Avon. And we're at Portisbury Wharf. So it's a relatively new nature reserve, set up in 2005, I believe. It was sort of an exchange job for some land. Persimmon, the builder, actually had to construct this nature reserve, which we'll come on to later on. But anyway, yeah, they set it up in 2005, and it's quite good. It's got a sort of south pole and a south pole hide, and it's got a north pole hide, which we're currently in, and it's got a bit of a disaster, a sea hide, looking out over the Severn. But yeah, we'll discuss that in a minute. Yes, I haven't been before, so I must admit I must get the name right. Portbury Wharf. Anyway, I'll quickly flip you around what you can see from the north hide here at Portbury. So let's flip you around. Okay, yeah, so basically, yeah, we've got this view in front of us. Obviously we've got a whole dockland area beyond the North Lake, and yeah, a whole load of pylons to the south, but yeah, I mean, potentially it's very good. The sun's behind or over this way, so it's not bad at all, and it works its way round obviously during the day. So potentially this reserve has got a lot of potential. And I've also heard from one of the locals that there's a resident barn owl at the moment which goes round, so that could be worth a visit on its own, but obviously at the right time of day, first thing in the morning or in the evening. So yeah, very good. So I'm covering the three main hides here at Portbury, and yes, a little bit disheveled, lacking a little bit of attention, I'd say. I'm not sure whether it's still owned by Persimmon or it's now handed over to Avon Wildlife Trust, but yeah, let me know in the comments below. As I say, I've never been here before, so yeah, we don't know, but if you'd like to share, and indeed if you come down here, because I am the only photographer at the moment I could see on a Saturday morning, so a lot of dog walkers, another negative to this wildlife reserve, but yeah, potentially I could see you could get something quite good here, and you are on your own. Yeah, so I wandered down to the tower hide which overlooks the Severn estuary, and yeah, it overlooks this entire salt marsh at Portbury, but unfortunately well, the tower hide is a bit of a disaster. Apparently it has got structural problems at the moment, so yeah, linked to structural problems. So the tower hide, obviously total disappointment, total washout, but to be honest, it was a washout anyway, because they've built it back from a path where dog walkers ply up and down, so it would be absolutely useless if it was open, because dog walkers regularly use this track in front of the hide before you overlook the salt marsh. So yeah, I don't know what bright spark came up with that one, but even though it's out of commission, needn't worry, it's not worth doing anyway. So as the tower hide was out of commission, I wandered onto the salt marsh, and I recommend bringing your wellies if you do wander onto the salt marsh. And I just headed a couple hundred yards towards the beach area, towards the estuary, and Yeah, I mean, usual suspects, curlew. What else was there? Oh, there was a fly past of some redshank. That was probably my best little flock of redshank. Half a dozen or so flew by. That was probably the best shot, linked to the best shot. And yeah, curlew, another, yeah, linked to a reasonable shot. So there is lots of stuff in the estuary, despite it being between Portisbury and Bristol. So yeah, I mean, it's quite a good little haven. And as I say, I'm just looking at a little grebe now. I mean, there must be a lot of wildlife around here. It does just need a bit more care and attention. So yeah, I don't know who you are, whether it's I think Persimmon handed over responsibility long ago, but Avon Wildlife Trust, yeah, it does need a bit more work. So but yeah, I mean, potentially it could be really good, and I like the look of this North Hyde in particular. That's why we're making this video now in the North Hyde. I did get a mystery bird of prey, but unfortunately it caught me out, and it flew directly over my head again, and I couldn't quite convert Camilla skywards enough to get a decent bit of footage. I got a very blurry bit of footage, so if it's any good I'll show it here, but I'm not even sure what bird it was. So yep, and then it just disappeared. Absolutely amazing. It was directly overhead. I had a 360-degree view. I never saw it again. Amazing. Yeah, so the best thing I've seen so far in this North Lake Hyde is a flock of gadwall, and I didn't believe it. They're on the surely it's not the red list. Gadwall duck, is it on the red list? I saw it the other day, I couldn't believe it. Surely it's amber. Anyway, no, I think it was on the red section. Anyway, there's a nice flock of gadwall at my local nature reserve, Landford Lakes, even though there are not so many as in previous years, I must admit. But here there was a good flock of 20 to 30 gadwall duck, and yeah, that was the best thing so far I've photographed and a little bit of video in this North Hyde. So yeah, linked to a couple of shots. Yeah, so we've never been here before, so yeah, quite exciting. Got to find where to park the car and things like that, which wasn't too bad as it happens, and it was down Portbury Wharf Road, I think, so yeah, not difficult to find at all. Just set the coordinates in. Yeah, so if you want to come down, set the coordinates and you just walk down this track, and this Hyde is about 400 meters, I suppose, from the car. Not bad at all. The seaside is about, well, the estuary is about 800 meters, so access is very good, and it's down a track. It's only the salt marsh that you need your wellies for. So yeah, the Camilla wagon, no problem at all. But as it's a scouting mission, we've got the Sony A9II on and the 200 to 600 millimeter, because again we do need the reach, but we have been able to use the trolley, and we've got the video head on and the Sirui R321 3X legs, which are the medium weight series 3 legs for this, which just about creates a nice enough platform for video. So yeah, that's what we're using. Obviously bit of a dull day, forecast rain. We're shooting wide open on this lens, f6.3, and auto ISO, and we'll shutter speed wise we're going for 1/2000th of a second to freeze any action, and perch birds 1/500th of a second, f6.3. Awesome. And yeah, we'll see what we get. But yeah, we're not expecting anything. That's the thing with a new reserve, you just don't know what to expect, so don't go with any expectations. We're not going to get the barn owl, for example, at this time of day, but who knows? If you're not here, you don't get. So yeah, and nobody's here, I must admit. I think this must sum up the nature reserve, actually, I presume, because nobody else is here I can't believe it's that great. There must be better alternatives in the area, but this is 20 minutes from my accommodation at the moment, so that's why we're here. 20 minutes away, forecast rain, and we're sitting in a nice sheltered hide. Ooh. Well, I just caught a couple of shoveler ducks in, just into this little bay area here in front of us. Yeah, quick flip you around, but yeah, they're sort of down there, a tiny little bit in the middle, little bay area. So yeah, not bad. Yeah, quite like a shoveler. There's ones with the large beak. So yeah, got some good shots of shoveler in the past. Linked to a decent shot of a shoveler, because I'm not going to get one today. No. Okay. Well as the little grebe and the shoveler ducks in this north pool, also just had what I think was a common or green sandpiper. Anyway, I didn't get a shot of it. It's dropped below the line of sight, so no. Anyway, good excuse to show what I made earlier, because I've just been experimenting with the new DxO Deep Prime, and oh, what amazing software. I took this green sandpiper coming towards me from the town path in Salisbury, and anyway, it was a high ISO shot. Anyway, I finally got round to giving it the DxO Deep Prime, and yeah, anyway, linked to the shot. This is what it should have looked like, but I didn't get the shot. Well, it's certainly well worth checking these places out for yourself. And Portbury, well, it wouldn't be on my top 10 list, let's put it that way. Probably wouldn't make my top 100 list, not compared to the hide we were in last week. Don't forget to check out last week's secret wildlife location. So yeah, I mean, cool, we've got some fantastic shots there, but I'm sure over a period of time, if this was your local area, I think you'd probably do quite well here at Portbury. It's not bad at all. I wouldn't mind it regularly, just 20 minutes from home. There's quite a lot of action here, and yeah, so I wouldn't write it off. Needs a bit of attention, needs a bit of care and attention, like Camilla, but very good for practicing in-flight shots in particular. And yeah, and there are some things around. Apparently there was a marsh harrier last week, which you'd expect in this sort of area. So yeah, it's not a total write-off. Amazing. Yep, and of course you've always got the possibility of this barn owl. I would definitely be coming down here for the barn owl if I live locally. Anyway, don't forget, always check out a wildlife area. So yeah, Portbury, would I come here again? Possibly not. I mean, it's useful in the rain, good place to get out of the rain. Not bad in the Bristol area, but I'm sure there are far better areas to go to. Let me know in the comments below, please. Better areas in the Bristol area to go on the Severn Estuary. Oof. But yeah, still, have a good one. Bye from Camilla and I.